not taking personal readings at this time. Please do not get scammed by people posing as me in the comments section. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. So today's reading is inspired by this Pluto move back into the sign of Capricorn. And this is also a complimentary reading because over on Patreon, I did a channeled pick a card reading also influenced by this Pluto move back into Capricorn. But that pick a card reading is solely focused on the truths that Pluto is going to end up revealing over the next 7 to 8 months that she is retrograding back into Capricorn. In this reading today, we're going to be looking into the permanent changes that Pluto is bringing into you guys' lives over the next 7 to 8 months that she is stepping back into Capricorn before she moves into Aquarius early 2024. She'll also move back into Capricorn again later in the year of 2024 for a couple of months before she starts that 20-year transit through Aquarius. So that's what we're looking into today. And I just felt like it was a really good energy to check out because Pluto is such an intense planet, being that she's the furthest planet from the sun. She's the darkest planet in our solar system. She's one of the planets that we know the least amount about. Well, I mean, I guess she's not necessarily a planet anymore, but in the science of astrology, we still recognize her and honor her as a planet. And being that she is the crone of astrology, she is the planet that helps us permanently transition from one phase of life into another. So I thought it was really important to check out her energy today. If you guys want to check into what truths and information she's going to be revealing and exposing to you over the next 7 months in your life personally, then you guys can access that reading over on Patreon and the link down below. But other than that, let's just jump into you guys' disclaimers and meditation so we can get to your reading. So obviously this is a general reading, meaning that it will resonate with who it is meant to resonate with. Tarot does not control or dictate your life. If you hear something that you do not like or agree with and think that you are fixed to that reality, then you are not using my readings correctly. I conduct these readings for confirmation and not answers. So if you hear something for the first time, please do not take that message without receiving further confirmation from your higher self and spiritual team. Realize that at the end of the day, you have the final say with your destiny. Your free will is your power, and what you choose to do with it will determine your life outcome, not a pick a card reading on YouTube. So please be responsible and accountable for your own actions and use this as a guide to help decipher the messages your spiritual team has been trying to send you all along. If you would like to participate in this meditation, again, this is a general reading for the collective. So in order for this reading to resonate with you, you have to be personally synced into the energy of this reading. To help you do that and help you select a pile with your third eye and not your physical ones, I'm going to be offering a 60-second meditation. Halfway into it, I will be placing crystals for my clairvoyants that like to pick piles with objects on them. And after the clairvoyant pile selection, there will be a clairaudient selection where I play a different tone for each pile, and you can select a pile based off of which tone resonates with you the most. If you are drawn to another pile, it's because there is another message for you in that pile. So if you are ready, get into a relaxed position, become aware of your entire body, starting with your feet, and work that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds. Hold that breath for 3 seconds, and then exhale for 6 to 7 seconds. Then ask your guides, spirit, ancestors, universe, or all of them to connect you to your higher self so you can receive confirming messages as to the permanent changes and transformations Pluto retrograde plans to bring into your life over the next 7 months. So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. On pile 1 is gold mica. On pile 2 is hemimorphite. on pile 3 is Celestite. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we are starting off with your tarot cards or tarot reading down here to check out what it is that Pluto is permanently changing in your life over the next 7 to 8 months that she is regressing back into Capricorn. So getting started, the very first tarot card that we have for you is the Four of Wands. Then we have the Five of Wands. Then the Ace of Cups. And another ace, the Ace of Swords. So definitely watch out for fours, fives, repeating fours, repeating fives, ones, 11s, repeating ones and 11s. For you, pile 1, lack of shelter in a sacred space with this Four of Wands right here, lack of love and support, lack of direction with this Ace of Swords, any sort of confusion, these things will be permanently changed or removed from your life. This Four of Wands, it feels like a search, something that you are looking for, desiring, needing, calling out for, somewhere you can feel safe. For some of you, it feels like this natural need to look over your shoulder somewhere, and you're just sick of living that way. Sick of living on the edge, maybe in a paranoid state or very anxious, fearful, worried all the time. Four of Wands, you want to know that you are safe, secure, loved, taken care of, provided for, and stable. And someone here may be sick of moving around as well with this Four of Wands representing the perfect home. It's a home that you can grow into. When we see the Four of Wands, it can expand like skin. It'll stretch and mold to your liking. So there could be an upsize in your actual home. And you see how like yellow or bright this card is. It'll feel very exciting or new. So some of you as well, I don't know why, but this just came through very, very clearly. You may be moving into like a home or a new space with a significant partner in your life. But something about your home space as well will feel like a new project. So some of you will move to a different location over the next 6 to 7 months, and this will be a permanent change for you, especially those of you used to moving around quite a lot and not having a place that you can call home or doesn't feel like home. This is also major renovations as well, from this Four of Wands to this Five of Wands. There may be some issues though. If you are like renovating your home or renovating a space or trying to fix up a space or something like that, there may definitely be some issues along the way that you keep running into just like little snags with this Five of Wands over here and trying to like create or structure the perfect home, the perfect space. But for those of you that are totally looking for a place that just, it feels like home for you, you may have had to make like a lot of compromises with this Five of Wands also showing up in your energy today, which obviously follows the Four of Wands over here. And so you guys are tired of having to fight for something that's supposed to be yours, and it's supposed to be peaceful and joyful, like what we see with the Four of Wands over here. So totally permanent changes coming to your living situation or your home in general. As well as too, this is you guys that have been maybe searching for like a certain community or a certain space or an association. Let's just say, for example, maybe you've been searching for like the perfect church or something to become a part of, or maybe you've been searching for like the perfect job with like a really good office space or a really good like office environment. This is you guys just finding that perfect space that it literally feels like it was meant for you, like it was waiting for you with this Four of Wands over here. And so totally permanent changes coming to that sort of situation in your life. And on an energetic or a spiritual sense, this is also a permanent change to your fire energy, with the Four of Wands being ruled by Aries and the Five of Wands is ruled by Leo. Both of them showing up in your reading like this, it tells me that you've been searching for your Aries energy, which rules identity, purpose, drive, motive, and intention. You may have been looking for an intention or motive to call home, or that feels like your own. So in other words, you may have been looking for a purpose that feels like you. It's something that you can commit to, you can devote yourself to, you can build upon. It's something that it's like there's no ceiling there. So some of you guys that are looking for like maybe a career or some sort of a life purpose or a project or something that you can keep pouring into and working on, it's going to keep inspiring you. It's going to keep triggering like your creative energy or your creative side, especially with this Ace of Cups over here and this Ace of Swords. This is like you guys in my pile ones. You guys have so many ideas or maybe visions or something that you really want to bring to life, and you need somewhere to channel all that creative energy. And this is going to be that perfect either project or career or goal for you to channel all that creative energy into, where it spells out into some sort of like ambitious chapter in your life or pursuit in your life, something that you're going to end up building and being very proud of. With this Four of Wands over here, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, this is definitely a new chapter. This is you guys feeling like you have found your soulmate, your twin flame in some sort of form, whether it's your career, purpose, relationship, friendship, whatever it may be. This is also as well, like I said, you guys' home expanding. So this could be like your physical home expanding, or it could even be like your family expanding. From this Four of Wands to this Ace of Cups and this Ace of Swords. So this could be you or somebody in your life maybe adopting or getting pregnant or expanding your family, getting engaged, getting married, or getting into like a brand new commitment or a serious relationship. But whatever this is there's a big permanent change coming to you guys' sense of purpose over the next 7 months for my pile ones. And this is very important too, because when we are dealing with a purpose that does not feel like it is ours, it feels like a duty or a job. It feels like something to check off the list, like a Saturday full of errands. But when we realize or remember the purpose that our soul signed up for, it goes from feeling like an errand to an orchestrated plan, aka destiny. Going from Aries energy to Leo with the Five of Wands over here, it may have felt in some ways like combative or difficult. Many of you as well have experienced time and time again when something works out for you, there could be a particular person in your life or a relationship that starts to act insecure, threatened with this Five of Wands over here, and they may instantly start competing with you with this Five of Wands. So this is an energy or spirit of confusion trying to distract you in some ways. It cannot make you lose your way. The only thing that it can do is cause some noise. So Pluto's message to you is to ignore it, because getting involved or giving this energy your time will only feed the discourse. And so these Five of Wands moments will come and go for you. And that's going to be another permanent sort of change for you guys as well. It's just honestly kind of being able to ignore this Five of Wands noise and just really focusing on some sort of new chapter that's starting in your life. Because for two aces to come out, this is like just a lot of focus into something that feels fresh. It feels exciting. It feels new. It feels like anything can happen when we are dealing with ace energy. Ace energy, full energy, zero energy, one energy in tarot is all about feeling like the sky is the limit. There is no limit. You know, it's like I can really take this and expand upon it in an infinite amount of ways. It really sort of feels like destiny is in the palm of our own hands, and like we are co-creating with a higher power. Like we are actually designing our own future and our own fate in our own lives. And so that's what a lot of my pile ones are going to be tapping into over the next 7 months here, is just you guys feeling as though you're engineering your own future. And it's going to be so exciting that it helps you to sort of like block out any sort of distractions, any sort of noise, any sort of competition. You just won't really be able to spend too much time focusing on that. Whereas before, there may have been some sort of distractions or noise that seriously disturbed you guys' peace for the Four of Wands and the Five of Wands over here. So this is definitely you guys being able to push past, like, I'm not going to let anything rob me of my peace or my joy or my plans or my future. So this is you guys really being able to move forward with a lot of focus on your future over here. And that's a really big permanent change as well coming through for my pile ones. But let's start grabbing some oracle cards for you and just seeing what else it is, what other permanent changes Pluto's making happen for my pile ones. Yeah, we have fertility that flipped over. Letting go was underneath that, but I believe fertility wanted to be seen. So we have fertility. What is this? Good cheer. This card also came out by itself. We have divine guidance. Yeah. So also another thing, like I was saying, when I was just looking at you guys' tarot cards down here with the Four of Wands to the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords, this is you guys' life expanding in some way. So this could totally be a new child coming into your life with fertility over here. It could also just represent, though, an expansion of your own life, an expansion of your own family. Maybe you guys getting into a committed relationship, maybe getting engaged, maybe getting married, maybe adopting even a pet or something like that. There's definitely going to be some sort of expansion with fertility. Also, fertility is bringing to mind that message I picked up for a lot of you concerning your creative energy. So you guys are going to be extremely fertile and producing a lot of ideas, a lot of visions, a lot of goals over the next 7 months that you guys are just so committed and devoted to. It's not just going to be something that kind of just pops up in your head where you're like, oh, I would love to do this or love to do that, and actually not put any sort of action behind it. You guys are going to be channeling a whole bunch of creative energy that's going to feel so inspirational for you that it makes you want to produce some sort of results from that. So it's really what I'm picking up with fertility over here. And then divine guidance is beautiful. Divine guidance means that all of you guys' ideas, all of you guys' visions that you guys are channeling over the next 7 to 8 months is going to be divinely guided, as well as to really pay attention to the stars, to astrology. So if you guys in this pile are astrologers yourself, or you just love the science of astrology, then make sure that you're really paying attention to your chart. Check out your solar chart, check out your progress chart as well for this year to see if there's any major... Sorry, you guys got a phone call. But with divine guidance, you guys is like inspiration, your ideas, the sort of visions that you guys channel through your third eye, through your imagination, through your dreams over the next 7 months, they're actually divinely guided. It's a higher power that is actually channeling these ideas to you guys. So make sure as well that you are listening to your ascendant masters. There's something about your ascendant masters coming through with this divine guidance card over here, as well as these two ace cards. It's like there's just this higher power, because as you guys can see with these aces over here, there's actually like just a random hand coming out of the clouds and giving you this gift of the cups and of the swords. And the cups represents like emotions, the swords represents ideas. So this is about you guys as like creative energies getting really triggered over the next 7 months. And it's because of this higher power, these higher dimensions channeling all these different visions to you guys through your third eye. So pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your astrological chart. Make sure you guys are checking out your progress chart to see if there is any sort of like big changes when it comes to your progress chart. If you know how to check that out, if you have an astrologer that you really trust and go to and listen to, ask them to pull up your progress chart and do like a little reading for you or something like that, because there's something very significant about you guys' divine guidance. And then look I didn't even notice this. We have fertility card number 37 and then divine guidance card number 38, the same way that we have a 4 of wands and the 5 of wands over here and 2 aces. So again, there's something about something happening in steps, or in sequence, like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like something happening in order, like a domino effect for you guys. So definitely make sure that you guys are paying attention to any sort of like repeating numbers that are, or like repeating sequences like 11, 12, 13, or 1, 2, 3, 4, or 20, 21, 22. Anything that happens in progression like that, you guys may start to see that a lot over the next 7 to 8 months. You may be seeing that a lot right now, moving into this Pluto retrograde season. Underneath the deck, we have over here knowledge. So this is also a permanent change coming to you guys' sense of knowledge and of wisdom, and being able to really tap into the idea that information is going to be power for you guys over the next 7 to 8 months. So permanent transformations, permanent changes coming there when it comes to your fertility and your divine guidance, also as well with fertility right here. For those of you that may have been struggling in some way with maybe your creative energy or fertility in general, like maybe some of you guys have been wanting to start a family, but you've been struggling with fertility, there's a permanent change coming with your sense of fertility, as well as even to your sense of divine guidance and being divinely guided and being talked to or being interacted with by these higher powers and these spiritual energies. So there's going to be permanent changes coming to that as well, where you guys may feel as though there's always a spiritual energy or a spirit or an ascended master or an angelic presence or some sort of presence that is always speaking to you guys and passing you guys information. So you may notice that your clairaudient or clairvoyant abilities, your claircognizant abilities, or one of your clairs you may notice is always active over the next 7 to 8 months. Some of you guys as well, you may be having a Jupiter return. Jupiter just moved into Taurus, so you guys may be having a Jupiter return too. You may be experiencing that right now, because when I did the Jupiter reading over on Patreon for each of the 12 zodiac signs, Taurus was one of the ones that got a really strong message about how they're almost going to be, if you have any prominent Taurus placements in your chart, that part of your chart that Taurus rules is going to always feel numb over the next year, and not numb in like as in disconnected, but spiritually numb in the way where it's like it's always engaged in some sort of correspondence with a higher power or with an energy in a completely different realm. And so you guys may notice that for sure. A lot of divine guidance over the next 7 to 8 months. So really big permanent changes with that. Let's see what else Pluto is permanently changing in your life over the next 7 to 8 months. That was a couple of cards. I'm going to keep shuffling. Okay, we have here to make equal the equator. So you guys are going to notice a lot more balance as well. Underneath the deck here, we have light sun. So the way that you guys' solar energy or spirit energy is projected, or the way that it comes across, you guys are going to seem a lot more balanced for light sun to be underneath the deck, to come out alongside the equator over here to make equal. So you guys are also going to notice that Pluto has permanent transformations or permanent changes when it comes to you guys, is like the way that you come off, the way that your personality seems. So you may even seem just a lot more calm. I think I did mention when I was just looking at you guys' tarot cards that some of you may have noticed that you were in like a constant state of worry or anxiety or stress, something along those lines. And that's going to be a very big permanent change for a lot of you, is a sense of just you guys feeling a lot more equal, feeling a lot more balanced. As you guys can sort of see, there's like a play on colors here when it comes to dark and light. So it's just you guys feeling a lot more balanced, a lot more harmonious in your own energy with light sun over here, as well as with light sun. Astrologically, esoterically, when we are dealing with something that is light, when we are dealing with the sun, which is a star, it's the brightest luminary in our sky, we are dealing with the idea of enlightenment and awakening. So you guys will also experience permanent changes when it comes to your own levels of consciousness over the next 7 to 8 months. And it's going to have a lot to do with this divine guidance over here. And you guys just feeling a lot more balanced in terms of the way that you guys are interacting with these higher powers or these energies in other realms, for sure. Let's grab some messages from your angelic team to see what permanent changes you can expect over the next 7 months. Okay, we have here advancement. You are about to level up. Prepare yourself to take the next step in your life and show the universe that you are ready. This is that 4 of Wands progressing to the 5 of Wands over here. 37 moving to the 38. Yeah, total advancement. Something is progressing in you guys' life. It's developing in the way that it's supposed to. And it might not be like this really big like move from like one place to the next. It's like something goes in order for the 4 and the 5 to come out, 37, 38, and then advancement over here. And then we also have love resurrection that flipped over. It says a past lover is returning to your life. Listen to your intuition and be open to this reunion's lessons and blessings. It could have a lot to do with this Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, even your 4 of Wands to your 5 of Wands, and the equator over here as well, fertility. So you guys may even notice a love comes back into your life with love resurrection right here. So there could be a permanent change with somebody that comes back into your life where they have permanently changed. You may notice a change in their own conscious levels as well with this light sun card over here, where maybe they seem a lot more mature, a lot more wise, a lot more balanced, a lot more guided by their own divinity over here with divine guidance. Maybe they seem a lot more peaceful and not as combative with this 5 of Wands and this 4 of Wands. They may have advanced in their own lives too with this advancement card. And underneath the deck here, we have release desperation. Free yourself from your past mistakes by forgiving yourself for what you have done or went through. This is another permanent change coming to my pile ones. Those of you forgiving yourself, maybe even forgiving somebody else, but you're going to notice that when you feel a lot more at peace in your own body, in your own energy, in your own frequency, it's going to be easier for you to also forgive other people as well, because you're just going to be so much more balanced and at peace. Now, if you guys want to, because I've been doing this the last couple of readings, if you guys want to, you can pause the video right here and then focus on 3 different questions to get 3 different cards or answers for whatever your questions are. So I'm just going to pull 3 different cards from this deck. I will not be interpreting them. That is for you to do. So pause the video if you need some time to think about 3 different questions, and we'll start shuffling. For question 1, the card that flipped over, it says step back and reevaluate. For question number 2, it says attune to your needs. And for question 3, it says inquire with spirit, divine guidance right there. And then underneath the deck, it says unveil your truth. Kind of sounds a lot like release desperation right here, forgiving yourself. Okay, and then a final message from Pluto stepping back into Capricorn, the permanent changes happening over the next 7 months. Okay, so the card that flipped over is we have the Scientist, Memorial Rose, Wild Rose. And then another card that also flipped over, it's 2 cards, but the one that I feel wanted to be seen was the Artist, Rubens Rose, Old Garden Rose. And underneath the deck for you, we have Wild Rose, the Loner, Red Leaf Rose. And what the Scientist here says, oracle meaning, anything can help you find a solution if you are willing to let go of what you feel and even think, and just stop, listen, and look. Do not fear the unknown, but also avoid overanalyzing. Try a new way, gather additional information, experiment, and while you may not find the complete answer, explorations can often set you in the right direction. That's always better than stagnation, or worse, falling backwards. The Scientist will work out the question first before setting up the experiment, using true tests and carefully analyzing the outcomes. And the archetype exploration says, what can you experiment with to make things better in your life? The plant energies here, meanings and uses, is creation, ideas, just like creativity that I kept talking about with you guys, and ideas. It says experimentation, discovery, and analysis. That has a lot to do with fertility, divine guidance, your Ace of Cups and your Ace of Swords, as well as advancement over here. And it says the deities connected to this rose is Asclepius, I believe, the Muses, Hermes, and Apollo, and the astrological sign associated with this rose is Capricorn. I'm also going to read the artist out of the book because it flipped over for you. So one second. And the artist here says, Oracle meaning, listen closely to your intuition as it is trying to turn your attention to what you need to focus on. This is that divine guidance card over here. It says, do not go with the flow of what everyone else seems to be doing or others are expecting. Embrace change, play, and be adventurous. And while it may seem hard at the moment to take a big plunge into a new endeavor, you can certainly dip your toe into the creative spirit. The artist may indeed become carried away with their own ideas as they jump from thought to thought, searching for the common threads, but they will eventually focus on creating order from the organic. So this is the artist. This is what you guys are creating. This is why that message kept coming through for your pile about creativity and some sort of project or idea or vision coming to you guys over the next 7 to 8 months, especially with fertility and divine guidance over here. And the archetype exploration here says, find a quiet space and in your journal, describe the first 5 things that you see. What do you feel about them? Plant energies, meaning and uses says beauty, perspective, curiosity, motivation, focus. The deities is Benzaiten, I think, Pele, Kokopelli, Bridget, and Apollo. And the astrological sign associated with this rose is Pisces. And pile 1, this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, you guys. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So we are starting off with your tarot cards or tarot reading to check out what Pluto is permanently changing in your life over the next 7 months that she will be stepping back into Capricorn. So getting started with your tarot cards, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Then we have the Page of Cups also in reverse. And the Star, which I have to cover up because Pluto does not allow, or not Pluto, but YouTube does not allow nude images. So, okay, so pile 2, you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, Star, as well as just looking at your deck over here, you guys also have Ace of Cups in reverse underneath the deck. Now, I keep hearing return to sender. That's the first thing that is permanently changing for my pile 2s, is you are releasing, surrendering, and giving back an energy that you no longer want in your life. And this is something that some of you have done before. You've tried to send back what you might consider darker energy because it doesn't make you feel good. It has drained you. It has blocked you with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's almost like poisoned you in a way, or your life in a way, with this Page of Cups in reverse. And you are discerning enough to know exactly what toxic energy has been causing some sort of toxicity in your life. And this is why you guys have stopped participating and interacting with a particular person, party, energy, or situation that keeps trying to offer itself to you with this Page of Cups in reverse right here. This Page of Cups in reverse, it just doesn't look right to me at all. I've never seen this card, this Page of Cups, that way before, ever, but something is not right about its energy. It reminds me of a trickster's spirit that says, hey, you know, there's water in this cup, or champagne, but when you actually drink it, it's vinegar in there or something. It's like you're aware of whatever it is that somebody is offering is not what is. And yeah, that makes sense, because this Page of Cups, as you can see inside this Page of Cups, inside his cup, you'll find something that you don't typically see inside of a chalice, which is a full-bodied fish. And this is why this page comes with or represents surprises in a way. But this in reverse means that you, pile 1, are not surprised or in the dark about what type of energy or spirit this is. And that's why you keep rejecting it. There may be something or someone around you that just makes the hairs on your body stand up for a few of you or most of you. And you will notice that this person or energy instantly irritates you. There's no fear that I feel coming from you, is just straight up annoyance. And this reminds me of, like, for example, a family member where every time they come around, the room gets denser or darker, and they easily irritate you because your spirit and their spirit just clash so badly because you don't like taking their energy in. And this is why some of you may react so viscerally to this person most of the time. And I'm going to say something, so only take it if it resonates, but Okay. Spirit is telling me some of you have gone to therapy to try and work on your emotional reaction to this person, relationship, situation, or energy because you want more emotional control when dealing with whatever or whoever this page is. And you may have found therapy didn't, I want to say, work for you. It's like there's something that you cannot regulate emotionally or spiritually when this energy comes around you. It's like you picked up maybe some coping techniques from therapy, obviously with the star over here, but they still bother or inflame your spirit is how I'm seeing it visually. It's like your spirit or your auric field sort of like swells, and I don't know why, but that's just how I'm seeing it here, like visually. And it's very unnerving or bothersome for a lot of you guys. And it's like this person or situation literally changes your energy. And this is why no matter what you learn about yourself in therapy and self-work, this energy can still get to you or provoke you in a way that you feel antagonized. And your reaction to them, it makes you feel like Wheel of Fortune in reverse, like, oh my God, why do they still get to me in this way? Or why do they still have the ability to put me in this mindset or mood? How do they still have such an impact on me? Because it's spiritual, pile 2. Pluto is permanently changing this in your life where you are enlightened to your own spirit. This may sound odd too, but Wheel of Fortune in reverse is Pluto in the spirit realm saying to you, this is like your energy speaking to you from the distant future with star over here. Saying that like one day your eyes will open as to why you so strongly reject this Page of Cups energy in reverse, and you will realize that this is the discernment that you prayed or asked for or set intention for. So basically you will stop trying to change your reaction or response to this energy and instead just sort of realize that what you are dealing with is purely spiritual. And yes, it's all connected: mind, body, spirit, physical and metaphysical, as above, so below. But some things we can only fight, combat, handle, or deal with spiritually or, energetically. Kind of reminds me of that Bible verse. It's either in Mark or Matthew, I'm not sure, but it's coming to mind. That Bible verse that says, it's like the disciples asked Jesus, like, why couldn't we cast out this demon or this bad spirit? And Jesus replies to them, this kind can come out by nothing but prayer and fasting. In other words, the only power that they had against that spirit was prayer, which is, in other words, pure intention, and fasting, which is in many ways an act or show of strength through willpower. So you define yourself what prayer and fasting looks like to you. But pile 2, the point that's coming through so strongly here is this is a spiritual situation manifested through a physical challenge in your life, which is why your spirit reacts so strongly. And this is why some of you may feel like therapy didn't help when dealing with this. There could be many ways that you've tried to deal with this Page of Cups energy or situation, and every time it felt like this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, like you weren't getting anywhere, or like you'd become even more provoked or inflamed spiritually. And so Pluto retrograde is actually acting as spiritual backup for you in the spiritual battle, almost like a shield. And I keep hearing the word remission too. I don't know why, but Pluto keeps saying remission. I know part of that has to do with this Page of Cups energy that she's drawing out of your field or environment with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse as well. And it looks like when you get your blood drawn, almost, it's like she's drawing this energy out of your auric temple or your etheric body. But she is also saying remission is a personal message for those of you here in your own situation. So, divine or interpret that how you will. And you will be able to, when Pluto is done retrograding, you will be able to move forward with your own life and plans with this star card over here without this energy being nearly as effective as it has been. So you'll be able to ignore it, but not because you're trying with the star over here, but because you cannot sense it anymore. It just won't vex your energy in the same way anymore. So let's start grabbing some oracle cards here to see what else Pluto is permanently changing in your life, pile 2. Okay, so we have here health. Okay, and then underneath the deck we have love. So health is, and health here says, Mother Earth sweet, Mother Earth bright, bring to me your health and might. So this could be that, because I kept hearing the word remission, this could have something to do with somebody's health. It It could have something to do with your health, pile 2, or somebody that you know and love. Pluto retrograde over the next 7 months. It could have something to do with somebody in your life who you love very much, where their health issues or something like that goes into remission. But we also have love over here, and it says, Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. So this is another permanent change coming into you guys' life, is love or a sense of love, maybe in like a relationship of yours or a significant partnership. This could just be you guys channeling more self-love over the next 7 months. This could be you guys falling in love over the next 7 months. This could be like true, pure love coming to you guys over the next 7 months, especially with this Page of Cups in reverse. Because like I said, something about this Page of Cups in reverse, it just doesn't feel right. It feels like off. It feels like trickster energy. It just feels like wrong. And so this love card could be talking about just confirmation that Pluto intends to permanently change the way that you guys experience love in your life, love in your relationships, the purity of it. There's going to be a lot healthier love in you guys' life over the next 7 months as well, where Pluto means to permanently change or transform the way that you guys see love in your life, or the way that it feels in your life is just going to end up feeling and seeming a lot more healthier. And like it's something that you guys can actually like ingest and take in, versus like you guys rejecting or trying to shield yourself from somebody's definition of love in your life. Because it's like with this Page of Cups in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I feel like a lot of my pile 2s have actually had to reject or turn down somebody's advances or somebody's like propositions, or somebody's like, I want to be in your life, or I want to be close to you, I want to be friends with you, I want to be family, I want to, date you or be in your life in some way, shape, or form. You guys have almost had to reject it and keep your distance from it because it's not the right type of love, or it's not healthy, it's not good for you, maybe it's toxic in some way. And so this is permanent changes coming to the type of love that is in you guys' life over the next 7 months, and just where it feels a lot healthier. It is a lot healthier. You guys are able to actually develop deep intimacy with the type of love that is going to be coming into you guys' life over the next 7 to 8 months as well. Let's grab some additional oracle cards to see what else Pluto is permanently changing in you guys' life. Another thing with health too, just you guys expect to see permanent changes in your health improving over the next 7 months. But we have here passion, the soul passion coming out for you. So with passion, this feels like it has a lot to do with your love card over here. Underneath the deck, we have expansion north. So this is you guys moving forward. Definitely moving forward, moving in a way where it feels like your life is moving in the right direction, because north in esotericism we see as like the right way to go. We see it as like almost not the only way to go, but definitely like the right way, the correct way to go, the accurate way to go when you want to see development, when you want to see progress. So with expansion north over here, it's like whatever ends up developing or expanding in your life over the next 7 months, the permanent change that Pluto is bringing into your life is where you guys actually feel like things are getting better, they're progressing, and they're not going backwards. You guys won't feel like you're getting drained. It won't feel like you guys are regressing in any way, but actually moving forward. So it's like going to be healthy developments, healthy progression over the next 7 months. And as well as with passion over here too, it's like just passion's going to feel better. It's probably going to feel a lot more inspired for you. There's going to be some sort of passion that comes in and directly like triggers your soul, because it says the soul and passion. So there's going to be some sort of passionate something that comes into your life. It could be a relationship, it could be work, it could be with anything. It could even be with you guys' like body or your health, for instance. It's going to feel like something that you're actually in love with, or that you have a really good relationship with. So you guys can also expect to see permanent transformations and changes when it comes to your own feelings of like love, self-love, love for your own body, love for your own life. You guys may feel like you're falling in love with your life over the next 7 to 8 months. And that's going to be a big permanent transformation and change that Pluto ends up bringing to you guys' life as well, especially with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse. It's just like there was a certain part of your life that was so irritating for a lot of you guys. It's going to feel like that actually gets suppressed in a way where you guys just don't notice it as much. It's not going to keep disrupting you guys' life, disrupting you guys' health, throwing you guys off track with this expansion north over here. It's not going to keep you guys from loving your life in any way or feeling passionate about your own life like it may have gotten in the way of before. It may have been a really big focus for you guys before, where it was just like, man, why can't my family like be different, for example, or why is my relationship so toxic, or why am I not making enough money? Some sort of irritant in your life that took up a lot of focus for you, where it had this really big impact on your overall life. And this idea for you where it was just like, my life isn't good because of this major irritant or because of this major problem that just won't change. It just won't get any better. So there's permanent changes totally coming to that part of you guys' life as well. Let's grab some additional messages from your angelic team about the permanent changes coming into your life. We have here doubtful heart. You must resolve the doubt in your heart before you are able to move forward, because a doubtful heart will never believe. This is that the soul passion over here, this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this Page of Cups in reverse. Underneath the deck, we have celebrate success, and it says, be proud of what you have achieved. You have struggled long and hard to get to this moment. You guys will also be celebrating success. So it's going to be another permanent change that Pluto ends up bringing to you guys' life, is a sense of success, feeling like you guys have achieved something great over the next 7 months. And also a doubtful heart. Again, like I said, I feel like it's very tied into your soul passion card right here, and love and expansion north. And on the star card over here, we're just going to feel like you guys are able to believe in something over the next 7 months, where it's just like you guys are feeling like you're in love with your life, or in love with a part of your life that used to really frustrate you before, or maybe make you very sad or even depressed in some cases. So I feel like you guys just aren't going to feel as doubtful over the remainder of the year, because something has improved in your life so much that Pluto is bringing permanent changes into. Now, this part of the reading, you guys can pause the video and try to focus on or channel 3 different questions. And I'm going to pull 3 different cards from this deck to answer those questions. I will not divine them or interpret them. That is for you guys to do. So pause the video if you need some time. Otherwise, let's start shuffling. Okay. So with question 1, the card that came out, we have your magic is potent. For question 2, we have cut through to find clarity. And for question 3, we have definitely not. And underneath the deck is be clear on your wishes. A final message from Pluto retrograde to you guys when it comes to permanent changes. We have Wild Rose, the Democrat, Carolina Rose. And underneath the deck, we have Wild Rose, the Priest, moves Moya's Rose, I think. So I'm going to read the Democrat out of the book, 1 second. And the Democrat Oracle meaning says, many of us believe we are being fair and just, but is it simply our beliefs and our filters that make us feel somehow righteous? Seek balance and create greater focus on equality in what you are doing by silencing your inner voice and personal views for a moment. Is this really fair, and does it take into account long-term possibilities, not only for others, but also yourself? The Democrat acknowledges outside influences as relevant to them, even if they do not agree with them. This sounds a lot like your Page of Cups in reverse. It says they will clear space to listen, to observe, and to understand the needs, positions, and goals of other people and institutions. The archetype exploration says, it's not just about me. What and who is it that I need to make space for in my life? And the meanings and uses for this rose is responsibility, fairness, balance, choice, justice. The deities associated with this flower are Themis, I believe, and Aquitas, I think. I don't know, you guys. Actually, I'm just going to show you so you can research it yourself if you really want to. And the astrological sign associated with this rose is Libra. It's so interesting because what kept coming through for you guys was like just this very annoying energy or person or situation in the Page of Cups in reverse right here. And the Democrat card for you, it actually sounds like it's acknowledging, just making space to maybe be a little bit more understanding or even forgiving in a way. But yeah, it's a very interesting message that came through with you guys' oracle cards. But yeah, pile 2, this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. All right, pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we are starting off with your tarot cards or tarot energy down here to check out what Pluto is permanently changing or transforming in your life over the next 7 months, that she is retrograding back into the sign of Capricorn. And then we'll pull a series of oracle cards to just check out some additional messages from her. But getting started with your tarot energy, and I'm using the Tarot de Marseille deck here, so the cards may look a little bit different than normal. But the very first card that we have for you is the 10 of Pentacles. Had to count that. Then we have the Cavalier de, this is the Knight of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Empress. Okay, so pile 3. Many of you are the patriarch or matriarch, or maybe considered the glue of your family or community or workspace or some sort of like flock. I feel that you are leading or the head of. If that is not you right now, then that's what will end up happening over the next 8 months for you. As many people will look to you for solutions with this 10 of Pentacles over here, advice and counsel, even directions with this Knight of Wands in reverse, and support with the Empress. You may have always exuded these sort of like attributes, but they felt draining or maybe intimidating before. Pluto is permanently changing your position of power or leadership over the next 7 months. And there does feel like there's a little bit of reluctance here, but not because you don't want to do it, just more so because you don't see this as a job. It's not calculated. It's more so like someone has to bring everyone together or assume a certain position, but it's not this premeditated type of thing. It's just like there's this vacancy that needs to be filled, and it will be over the next 7 months. And so it's like you've got the perfect emotional capacity and attitude to be in this position. You're not super reactive with the Knight of Wands in reverse. It's not something that you'll like brag or boast about, because it's not like an ego thing. It's necessary. So people need help or guidance, and you just naturally step up with the Empress here, or you fall into like the perfect position for it. You will find yourself very needed over the next 7 months. And this could have to do with family. For some of you with the 10 of Pentacles and the Empress over here, there could be the loss of that Empress presence in your family or community this year. And it almost causes people to scatter. They lose their anchor, and Pluto will help you permanently settle into that position to bring everyone and everything back together. This could as well be some of you that attract and draw in souls with the Empress over here that are in need of feeling grounded because they've lost some sort of stabilizing presence in their lives. So there's a succession here for sure for my pile 3s, that you will see some sort of passing of the baton to you over the next 7 months. So another thing that Pluto will permanently end up really changing for you guys in this pile here over the next 7 months is your sense of duty and responsibility with the Empress and the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is a card of like generation. It's a card of legacy. It's a card of inheritance, passing, being able to pass something down like materially, or when it comes to assets and stuff like that. So you guys could even see yourself become the owner of something over the next 7 months that Pluto permanently changes in your life or transforms in your life, where you guys end up owning something, maybe a property, maybe a home, maybe some assets. Maybe you guys end up inheriting something over the next 7 months, or becoming like the deciding party for like maybe your family or your community, or this group of people that are maybe following you in some way. This is also you guys taking more of a leadership type of role as well with the Empress over here. And that message has been coming up for months now, especially when we got into 2023. It's incredible to me how many times that message just keeps popping up in so many different readings. And I just feel like there's this whole new wave or generation of leaders or leadership that is starting to really come forward in like society and within the collective. There's just a different style of leading that's just needed because this message keeps coming up everywhere. So I really do feel like for a lot of you guys that were attracted, intuitively drawn to this pile, you will find yourself in some way or in some capacity as like being a leader or being somebody that is looked up to, maybe becoming a role model in some way. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be in like a big space like politics or like as a celebrity or something. This could be you guys taking more of a leadership role when it comes to your younger siblings or like maybe like your cousins or nieces or nephews that's a lot younger than you or something like that, and they really look up to you. This could be you guys taking a leadership sort of position in your community or with a certain organization where maybe you guys are very well versed in like the legalities of something, or maybe you guys are very good with numbers and with accounting, or I have no clue. This is going to be different for all of you, but this is definitely like a role needs to be filled, and you guys are in the perfect position to fill that role because of your level of expertise or your skills or your talents with this 10 of Pentacles over here. When we're dealing with Pentacles, we're dealing with material things. We're dealing with things that are needed in the material physical realm, and talents and skills are something that is definitely resourceful because it's a need. It's some sort of a skill that is needed somewhere. And so you guys will see a lot of your talents or just a lot of things that you guys have learned and picked up over the years and over different experiences is actually going to come into heavy amounts of play in 2023, where you guys will be actually falling back on a lot of those skills that you picked up along the way, maybe from your job or maybe just from life experiences. And with the Knight of Wands in reverse, like I said, there's something about you guys not being so reactive. You may be very calm. You may be a very stoic type of person. You're able to stay very clear-headed and logical under really like highly pressurized like situations. When there's very intense things going on, you guys are able to just, I don't know, it's like the way that you guys handle pressure is very effective. It's very useful because you guys don't, again, you're not reactive. You're not the type of person that's just going to act impulsively or freak out. And there's something about that kind of characteristic or that trait that is really needed in whatever position it is that you guys are going to end up filling over the next 7 months. So the permanent changes that Pluto plans on bringing into your life has everything to do with you guys taking on more responsibility somewhere. And this could also be when it comes to you guys becoming a business owner. I didn't think of that until just now, but seeing your 10 of Pentacles over here and your Empress energy, this is somebody perfect to start a business or become the head of a business or something like that, because your management skills are so natural. So whether you guys went to school for business or management or finances, whatever it may be, or if you guys just picked up different like traits along the way throughout different life experiences where you guys just learn to be patient, you learn to be a good listener, you learn to think rationally, you learn to not act off of every emotion that you feel. However it is that you guys are, it's like, it's just going to be the perfect temperament. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. It's like you guys are going to have the perfect temperament for this position. And there may be a lot more money that you guys are dealing with, that you guys are handling. Definitely more responsibility between this 10 of Pentacles and this Empress card over here for sure. Let's start grabbing some Oracle cards though to check out what other permanent changes Pluto is bringing into you guys' life. Okay, we have here justice. By the power of 3 by 3, Ma'at deliver justice to me. So there's also justice, and this definitely has to deal with like balancing or balance in the scales and harmony, things like that. And also too, justice being ruled by the scales has a lot to do with the astrological sign of Libra. So you guys could have very strong Libra energy or placements in your own natal chart. But if not, this is also just talking about too, you guys' ability to, again, delegate when it comes to dealing with other people, when it comes to partnerships, when it comes to being able to take control or leadership in a way where it's like all of the duties are evenly dispersed. So it's like you guys are going to be able to maintain balance when it comes to different dynamics and stuff over the next 7 months. So you guys may also notice that Pluto brings permanent changes into you guys' relationships, partnerships, your dynamics, the amount of power that is in your hand. So there could totally be a transference of power. Like I mentioned when I was just looking at you guys' tarot cards down here, that a lot of you guys, you may end up becoming the matriarch or the patriarch of your family or of a community or something, where it's like, in some way you guys become this anchor. You guys become the glue that brings everything and everyone together. Okay, so totally with justice over here. There's going to definitely be a transference of power for sure. Power dynamics are going to be in flux over the next 7 months in order to shift over to you, pile 3. And then underneath the deck here, we have dream sweet, sleep deep. Sleep that is deep and lasts till morn, wondrous dreams for days reborn. So you guys are also, there's going to be permanent changes coming to, or Pluto's going to be bringing permanent changes when it comes to you guys' ability to sleep throughout the night, or to feel more relaxed, or to feel more restful, even though you guys are taking on more responsibilities, maybe more money, maybe more duties, maybe a bigger position or something like that, maybe more of a management role. Something about that, it's like, I feel with dream sweet, sleep deep, it's like it's going to be right up your alley. It's like you're going to be in your element, because this card, it really does talk about being able to sleep throughout the night, because it's such a peaceful rest, right? It's such your rest is uninterrupted. So I feel as though this card is just more so talking about you guys' level of comfort and comfortability. You guys are going to feel very comfortable in terms of these permanent changes that Pluto's introducing to you guys' life over the next 7 months. So even though these are going to be really big changes for a lot of you and really big shifts for a lot of you, you're actually going to slip into this change or this transformation so easily that it's almost going to feel more peaceful for you, even though you guys are taking on maybe more of more responsibility, a bigger role, a bigger position, more management, something like that. And yeah, exactly. Organization was underneath dream sweet, sleep deep. All right, let's see what else Pluto is going to be permanently changing in you guys' life over the next 7 months. We also have here darkness, moon. Okay, so this is all about intuition when we're dealing with moon. Underneath the deck here, we have transformation, pressure. So what I find really interesting about both of these cards with transformation pressure and darkness moon is, first of all, we're looking into the permanent transformations that Pluto's going to be bringing to you guys' lives in today's reading specifically. And it's totally interesting how the card of transformation came out, and it's the card of pressure. So this tells me that there is going to be these pressurized situations that you guys find yourselves in over the next 7 months, but it's like the idea of pressure turning coal into a diamond. And that's what I was kind of picking up with your dream sweet, sleep deep over here. It's like you guys are going to feel more in your element, even though there's more pressure or there's more responsibility on you, or it's like you guys are and just in a different role in life over the next 7 months. It's like it's going to feel, this transformation is going to feel like you guys are becoming more of yourself, or maybe it's like you guys are taking on more of a role that feels more natural to you, more native to you. Like I was talking about with your 10 of Pentacles over here, it's like there's some sort of natural skills or talents that you guys have, whether you learn them in school or you just pick them up over different life experiences. It's like it's right up you guys' alley. This is something that just, it's going to feel very natural to you guys. So the transformation that you guys undergo over the next 7 months, it's going to be permanent changes, but this pressure is going to actually apply in the right places of you guys' life, where it's going to put you guys in the position that you want to be in or that you need to be in, especially with this 10 of Pentacles and this Empress over here. Empress is literally the card, I forgot about this. Empress is literally the card of comfort. And she's in a very luxurious, comfortable position. And she is in a position where it's like, even though she owns a lot or she has a lot, she's still so comfortable. She's definitely in this dream sweet, sleep deep sort of space. And actually, the Empress is ruled by Venus. Venus rules Libra, who we kind of see here pop up on your card of justice with the scales over here. So there's just a lot about you guys attracting the right type of pressure, the right type of transformation, the right type of changes into you guys' life over the next 7 months. So these may be the types of changes that you guys have been waiting for, or asking for, praying for, setting intention for. And then we also have, Another thing that's coming through with that as well is I feel like you guys are the answer to your own prayers when it comes to that, because like I said, there's going to be some sort of like a vacant position that needs to be filled, and you guys are going to find that actually you're the right one to fill it. So I feel like whatever questions you guys may be wondering about or concerned about, whatever solutions you guys may be looking for, you're actually the answer to your own prayers in a lot of ways. And then with darkness moon, it could be something that you guys don't see coming. Whatever this transformation or pressure could be, this could be something that you guys don't see coming with darkness over here. Maybe intuitively you feel like something is on the horizon, some sort of big change, because the moon, it definitely deals a lot with instincts, gut instincts, intuition, feelings, sensations, energy, things like that. So with darkness moon, this kind of tells me that a lot of you guys, you won't necessarily be able to see this transformation that's coming. It's just going to be something that you guys naturally get into the swing of, because the moon, it also rules inheritance in a sense. It rules what we come from. It rules who we are to our core on a soul level. And so this is about who we are naturally without trying to be this. Who I feel like you guys are naturally is some sort of a leader, somebody that's supposed to be in some sort of a boss role, or just managing a lot more over the next 7 months. I have to pull some finance and career cards because the idea of you guys just taking on more just keeps popping up. So let's just see what we get in terms of finances and career. I haven't pulled for this deck for any other pile because those messages weren't coming up. Exactly. We have here growth, just like the Empress down here, who's ruled by Venus. She represents abundance, luxury, things like that. It says growth, and it says expect good news and money matters, a raise or a new job offer. Money will soon start flowing to your business, promising opportunities awaiting. And then look at this. Underneath the deck, we have loss. Look at how we have growth and loss. And then we have justice over here with the scales talking about balance. And when we're dealing with balance, we're dealing with like polar opposites. We're dealing with opposing forces. And so to have growth and loss, this is okay. So loss here says expect some financial turmoil in the near future. This is that pressure, transformation pressure. A job loss can make it difficult to keep control of your money. You'll have to work really hard to make ends meet. This is incredible because you guys also have the 10 of Pentacles over here, and then growth and loss, talking about transformation and pressure. So what I kind of feel like is happening is you guys are, especially with justice and the scales over here, talking about balance. There's a lot of you guys in this pile that are possibly moving into this retrograde period with Pluto stepping back into Capricorn, that were under some sort of loss or financial turmoil. Because again, we also have the 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands in reverse. I was kind of picking up that you guys are not the reactive type. So even if you're going through something that is really intense or is putting you under a lot of pressure, transformation pressure right here with loss, it's like you guys are able to stay clear-headed. You're able to figure out what's the best way for you to move forward. What's the best way, like what's the best solution for you guys? And so when it comes to loss over here, I feel like a lot of you guys, you could be moving into this retrograde period under a state of financial turmoil or loss. And the balance here, the justice that's coming in here, the pressure that's being applied by this loss is bringing in balance and justice into your life, where this loss becomes growth. Because we have the 10 of Pentacles, and again, the Empress that represents luxury. She represents abundance and growth, material values, things like that, assets, like what we were talking about when it just came to you guys' tarot cards down here. So definitely expect there to be permanent changes when it comes to you guys' growth and loss in money and career and finances, especially if you guys are like a business owner or something like that, or you're starting a business, you're going to notice loss before you do growth. And that may be what you guys are in the dark about. Oh my gosh, like I'm going through this turmoil right now, financially or professionally, and you guys are not able to see how growth is going to happen from this situation, how things are going to turn around from this situation. And then we have this random tornado just hitting this house right here. So it's almost like a surprise is what this feels like. It almost feels like some sort of a surprise loss that you guys could have went through or be going through right now. And you guys just don't see with darkness moon right here how things are going to turn around. But this pressure that is coming from the loss is actually going to help things turn around, and in a way where things balance out. And there's a sense of justice coming to this loss and growth. 10 of Pentacles, Empress card over here. And then let's just pull some messages from your angelic team about the permanent changes coming into your life over the next 7 months. says here, compromise is needed. It says, in order to have a positive outcome for the situation, it is necessary to compromise, create a win-win resolution. Compromise, delegation. This is justice right here. And what we were talking about with your tarot cards down here. You guys just having the right temperament. You guys just having the right skills in order to compromise, in order to find a solution. So compromise is another thing that Pluto's helping you guys permanently sort of transform or change over the next 7 months. So especially if you guys are dealing with some sort of like a legal situation with justice here, now compromise is needed, and pressure too, as well as loss. If you guys are engaged in some sort of a legal situation or like a case or something like that in the justice system, then just know that some sort of compromise is going to come of the situation. It could even be, what is that called? Where it's like you guys maybe like settle out of court, or maybe you guys work something out in like mediation. I'm not sure. But if there is some sort of a legal situation that you guys are engaged in over the next 7 months, or walking into the next 7 months, dealing with some sort of a legal situation, there is going to come some sort of compromise is going to come of that. And things are going to work out in a way where you guys actually get justice, and Pluto will be permanently shifting that situation around for you as well. Underneath the deck here, we have untapped potential. There's an area of your life that has more potential than you think. Small things can turn into big wonders. This is that 10 of Pentacles. This is that loss becoming growth, and justice right here with the scales of balance and even pressure transformation. So this is just things being transformed in your life. Pluto transforming things in your life. Where it was like maybe empty before, it's becoming fulfilled with the Empress card over here. Wherever you were dealing with loss is going to become growth, especially with the 10 of Pentacles over here. Whatever was stressful before is going to become something that you're able to rest and relax over with dream sweet, sleep deep. Wherever you guys were maybe engaged in some sort of an issue or a standoff, you're going to find that Pluto transforms it in a way where you guys meet some sort of a compromise and you come to some sort of a conclusion. So things are definitely concluding for you guys over the next 7 months for my pile threes. And just a final message from Pluto to you guys. Underneath the deck, sorry, that was probably loud. Underneath the deck, we have Old Garden Rose, the mother, Old Blush Rose. And the card that came out for you is Modern Garden Rose, the self. Madame Abel Châtenay Rose, I think. So I'll read that out of the book. Oh, and what I also forgot to do is you guys can pause the video if you want and think of 3 different questions, because I'm going to pull 3 different cards from this deck here to answer your questions. I will not divine or interpret them. That is for you guys to do. So pause the video if you need some time to channel those questions. If not, let's start shuffling. The answer to pile 1, it says pick the following card. So let's see what's underneath the deck. We have you are in alignment. For question 2. Question 2, it says cut through to find clarity. This card also came out for another pile today. And then for question 3. Okay, for question 3, what flipped over is release this desire. Underneath that was attuned to your needs, and by all means, yes. And underneath the deck, we have it is on its way to you. Justice, this is things flipping around. Transformation, pressure. And the self here says, oracle meaning, to improve anything at the moment, there needs to be a greater focus on balancing your own life cycles, just like justice with the scales of balance, and patterns. It says you may find they are out of sync with what you feel is normal and whole for you. Things should also become clearer with new information coming your way in areas associated with what you most value in life. This is totally that darkness moon card right here, things clearing up and not being as dark, more clarity, more awareness coming into you guys' life somewhere. It says the self understands that to be whole is to accept that change is within your grasp and be willing to do something about it. They are constantly fine-tuning the balance between consciousness and unconsciousness centered around the ego. And the archetype exploration says, what are your limiting beliefs? Oh, this is that Knight of Wands in reverse, 10 of Pentacles right here, as well as even growth. and darkness moon, and untapped potential over here with limited beliefs. And the plant energies associated with this card is consciousness, unconsciousness, ego, wholeness, and awareness. The deities associated with this card is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this, but that is the deities associated with this card. And then the astrological sign associated with this flower is Aries and Pile 3. This is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, you guys.